Welcome to welcome to episode number 2 of the Strive Hive podcast. I'm your host Jagger, alongside with Thomas. How we doing today, Thomas?
Doing pretty good. I am pretty freaking tired. It's been a long, taxing past 6 days of work, so
Yeah,
yeah, I'm ready for the next couple days off. So that'll
right
be
on.
that'll be fun.
Yeah, I mean, let's do a quick recap of the last week. What you been up to?
Not a whole lot. Obviously last week, we had our first episode, all that,
First
and
episode,
I'm
yeah.
yeah, and we got more or less than a recap. We've been finally getting more followers on the Instagram page. I'm
Yeah,
looking.
absolutely.
That is awesome.
That is awesome to hear. I got a couple of my guys following. Hopefully they watched the
Yeah,
first episode, liked it. Hopefully same
yeah,
with you guys. And then your buddies as well.
yeah. I've got a few people that I had go follow. So and they have high hopes. So let's hope
Yeah,
they give some.
yeah.
Yeah. Other than I've had a long, pretty long week. Gone to the gym a few times. Um, so yeah, I'm changing up my workout routine a little bit.
Right
Adding
on.
adding some cardio into it, just
Yeah.
to make myself lose more weight because I've been building a lot of muscle. Now it's just honestly trying to cut, and I'm trying to start getting all the cutting stuff. So I need to
Nice.
meal prep and stuff needs to start. But other than that, what do you got? That's been my week so far.
Yeah, this last week, pretty eventful. I started up my new job. I'm still personal training, but also doing some window washing on the side, gutter cleaning, that type of stuff. Just a
Side
summer
hustle.
job. Yeah, a little side hustle.
Yeah.
Um, and then just some practice. I practiced for my game that I just had yesterday. We
Yeah.
won 46-0 against the Albert Lee Grizzlies. Yeah. And I was on kickoff, kick return, and then the last half of the game, I was on defense, and your boy got special teams player of the week.
Let's
So
go. How
yeah, yeah.
many tackles you score up?
I got 2 tackles.
Let's go.
One was on special teams, but the reason why I got special teams player of the week is because the tackle I had was the furthest pushed back.
Let's
Um,
go.
when we kicked off a lot, obviously, since we scored 46 points. Um, I have all the tackles. I got the closest one to our end zone or their end zone or whatever, which was at
Yeah.
like the 20-yard line. So I mean, everybody was hype. It was a good time. And then I had 2 pass deflections as well.
Let's go.
At middle linebacker, I did not play any center, so I was really psyched about that. Um, yeah. And then I played a little bit of outside linebacker as well. So I mean, it was a really fun time. Really cold game. But the second half went by a lot quicker than the first, mainly because I was actually in.
Yeah.
And then only kick return once because halftime. So I mean, it was a fun
Jeez.
game. Next week we play the Mountain Lake Lakers, who they're the team that kicked us out of the playoffs last year. So
Hey,
we're
go
ready for
back
some
for some
vengeance.
revenge. Yeah.
Yeah, and we're gonna be in their turf. So we'll see how that goes. But
Sweet revenge on their turf is just so much better.
yeah, I mean, I'm a little sore. I thought on the first kickoff, I had the guy wrapped up, but then I just wasn't holding on tight enough, and then he kind of slipped through. But then I jammed my thumb really hard on somebody's like helmet or something, and
Ouch.
I couldn't move it for a good 5-10 minutes. But by the next time I was out on kickoff, it was starting to feel better. But then my
Mhm.
wrist is sore, my legs are sore, my whole body's sore. I mean, hamstrings, all of it. So,
Mhm.
but no,
Yeah.
it was good. It was good to be out there, and especially it was really nostalgic too. Going back to high school because the team that I'm on, their colors are blue and white, and so is my high school. And
Yeah.
but yeah, that's basically how the week's gone so far. Pretty good, recovering, and then back to work tomorrow. So,
Yeah.
but yeah. So as I recall, we have a drink of the day coming up here. And
Yeah.
last week you won. Yeah, you're 1-0 and I'm 0-1. So I have to try to
Even out the
guess
scores.
what you got. And also we're gonna switch things a bit up this week. I'm gonna have 3 questions, yes or no questions, and then that'll lead to my final guess. So
Mhm.
yeah, so since I started out last week, do you want to start guessing mine?
Yeah, I'll start out with yours. Just seems fair. Um, so yeah, I'll start out. Question one.
Yeah.
Is your rain the core, as in like the black cans?
It is the black cans, yes.
Yes. Okay. Awesome. Um, would you consider this one a tropical flavor?
I would not.
You would not.
I wouldn't say it would be a tropical flavor, no.
All right. Before I ask my last question, is it like last question, like guess what it is, or is
Nope,
it
so you'll have one more question and then your guess.
okay? Um, Let me think. Is this
Or
rain? Was this rain in your top five?
yes it was. Yes it was. It was in my top
Ooh.
5. Yes.
Oh, I gotta guess. Alrighty. Alrighty. So my guess is that you have a rainbow sherbet.
My rain of the day is a cherry limeade.
Ah, that was my next guess. Ah,
Yes.
oh
I've
my
been waiting to
gosh.
drink this for the past 2 hours. So, I mean, I've been waiting for this moment. So,
I was I was trying to guess. I'm like, what I consider, like that's what I was like thinking. Like my last one, like, what should I consider rainbow
yeah.
sherbet like a
Yeah.
tropical flavor, or is that
And
like a
then,
fruity flavor?
me and Tommy were talking before this, and the rain that I had earlier was a white gummy bear.
Ah,
So that's also in the variety pack at Sam's Club.
oh sweet.
And then the third
I
one is Orange Dreamsicle.
oh the classic.
Yeah.
It
See,
it, it
I thought you were going Orange Dreamsicle this week.
I I thought I was, but then yeah, I don't know. That was a tough one because
Yeah.
I knew in your top five you had um
Cherry Limeade was my
yeah.
number. That was my number 5.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So my turn. I'm going to guess
I
the
want to
Mountain
drink.
Dews, correct?
Yeah, I want to drink
All
this
right.
so bad.
Okay. So my first question is it a main flavor, meaning original, Code Red, Voltage, or Live Wire?
Um, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Hold on. Is it a diet Mountain Dew? Like is it in the diet category?
I think so.
Okay.
Maybe. I don't know if you. I mean, we'll just go with a
Okay.
maybe. Yeah.
So now you got me on the track because if it was a diet, you would say yes. So I have a feeling that it's in the zero sugar category. So now I know that zero sugar Mountain Dews are pretty good, and I know which ones are good, which ones aren't. I'm gonna say, hold on. Would you say the main color of the can, bottle, whatever you got, is it a warm color? Meaning like yellow, orange, or red?
Nope.
It's not. Okay. All right. Okay. And that was my final question, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna say you have a Mountain Dew zero sugar Baja Blast.
It's a good guess. If you didn't add on the Baja Blast, you would have been fine because I just have a.
Oh, it's just a regular zero
It's
sugar.
just
Damn.
regular zero
Okay.
sugar. That's what I was asking earlier before we
Yeah.
started recording. If this was considered a repeat or not, but since it's zero sugar, it's not.
Yeah. I feel like that would fall under the original flavors though too,
Yeah,
because
that's
it's
what.
just
Yeah,
original.
that's what I
But
said.
you said it wasn't original.
I said it. I said it was.
Roll the footage back. All right.
Roll the footage back.
Whoever's editing this shit, which is gonna be
Let's get
me.
it back.
Even
Get
though
it back.
I have no idea how to edit, I'm gonna try my best to run it back. And I swear he said it wasn't an original. So
I know. I said it was original, and then you said would it be in a diet? And I said I think so.
well, yeah, I knew it was a zero sugar. You
Yeah.
bastard. All right, fine. I should have asked if it was in a can or bottle. That was gonna be my second question, but
Yeah.
um, but yeah, so that kind of recaps. So I'm 0-2. Tommy's 1-1. All right.
1-1.
So
I gotta
I'll
get
jot
better. I got to get better at guessing.
1-1.
You have a little tally on the back.
This is
That's
bad.
awesome.
Yeah, I do have a little tally
Let's
going
go.
on. Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah. But so yeah, today's podcast we're gonna be talking mainly about like workouts, what type of workouts me and Tommy like to do, favorite workouts, favorite machines, kind of my experience as a personal trainer, so on and so forth, and we'll kind of add on some more stuff towards the end here too, as well, with some updated sports news, and along that jazz. So when we're talking about working out, first off, let's start out with Tommy. Tommy, what kind of got you into the gym? Like what in time did you notice where you're like, I'm officially a gym rat?
Well, it kind of started where I was kind of forced in when I'm playing football in high school. As a freshman and sophomore, you're kind of forced to go into the gym.
Right.
Definitely freshman year, I'm just like, I don't want to go. Like this sucks. Like all my teammates seem bigger than me and all that. I'm just like, I don't like this because it's kind of demoralizing. And then my sophomore year, I probably would say that I got into it a little more because so our head coach during the off season would hold an after school at that time it was called BFS, so bigger, faster, stronger, like a session after school. It'd be long for like an hour, and then like we'd have like a student led like 3-on-3 or 4-on-4 basketball as like our conditioning. It was I loved it.
Sounds like a good time.
Well, it was a good time. I loved it. Were my basketball skills any good? Probably not, but I got a good cardio workout in. So, so that happened till my senior year, and then I started before the Berg. I just started like because we got like our summer workouts, our packet, and then I just went into the gym 3 times a day. It's what I got told on the thing. So I just worked out mostly with that. So then football again through in college. I just wanted to. I just kind of felt like I had to work out, so it was fun. Fun in some aspects. There were some times where it's like this is like torture. So, but honestly, I got a lot more invested in it. Honestly, when I left football, so I'm like
this past year, year and a
kind
half.
of past year and a half is when I really dug into it.
Yeah.
Because when we were at school, I would work out with you a couple times in the W. And now I'm like, I can do this a lot more often if I go a couple times out of the week. So then it just went into I'm working out. It was kind of after I left Wartburg is when I really started getting into working out a lot more because I'm like, well, I don't need this extra weight on me for football anymore. So I'm trying to like lose that a little bit, which ironically I've gained a lot more muscle mass than I have lost body fat.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna have another scan or like a body scan thing, whatever, at the
InBody
gym. Yeah, that thing.
Yeah.
But honestly, this is probably the past year and a half. I'm like, I want to get like it's more or less like I don't want to like look stronger, but I would feel better about my body if I looked like I had more muscle and looked more defined, without this keg I have sitting above my belt. So
right.
yeah. So yeah, that's how I got into working out. It was honestly sports introduced me into the weight room, and then I kind of fell in love with it after a couple of years of having to deal with it, as I have said. So yeah.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I feel like a lot of people start out by like if they do sports in like I wouldn't say pee-wee, I'd say more junior high going into high school, is when they more focus on getting you in the weight room, trying to get you packing on some sort of muscle or losing some fat, whatever your base is at that time. For me, I've started working out like in the gym, like obviously through football, starting like the end of 6th grade, going into 7th grade. And but what mainly got me into it was my junior year of high school. After football season, played some basketball, and then about halfway through the season, like I just wasn't really getting much playing time. I thought I was a decent player, at least a defender, but coach never really got me much playing time, and just something we didn't see eye to eye. So I ended up stepping away from basketball mid-season and just mainly focusing on my physique for football. And I was mainly just doing the basic lifts, bench pressing, all that stuff, not really knowing a whole lot, just mainly kind of basing it off of what I've been doing the last few years. And then this was about when I weighed 165 pounds. So, I mean, and then once I started like noticing muscles developing and like I started researching, doing a whole bunch of different like work, like seeing what workouts worked for me. Cause I mean, everybody's body's different. So, I mean, you're not going to get the same results off of me compared to you, for example. And I think once I started noticing the results, it just ended up becoming an addiction. And then I just ended up going every day after that. And then, yeah, that's basically what led to that. So, and here I am weighing in at 215, 220. So,
oh yeah,
probably shed off a little down there, but hey, that's for the near future, hopefully. So, but
yeah, that bottle of Jack doesn't really help that much either.
the Jack, the beer. I'm still trying to pick and choose what beer is a good go-to for me right now. With all the controversy of Bud Light, and mainly I think I've been sticking with Busch. Coors Light ain't bad, and same with Mick Golden. But what were you gonna say?
I saw, because usually Busch Light has like their summer line coming out. I know they have they've come out with Busch Peach, which you've talked about. You're not a big peach flavor, but you still try it.
No. Yeah, there's a night where I had a lot of Crown Peach, and it was a very rough night. So, I mean, after that, I was kind of like Twisted Tea Peach, Crown Peach, anything with peach. I'm just
like, nah.
But I'm slowly working my way back. I mean, I had the same thing happen to me with Captain Morgan. So, I mean, and now I'm back drinking Captain Private Stock, just regular Captain Morgan. Yeah, I just looked up and I realized there's no alcohol on my shelf, which we'll get into that later.
Well, yeah, we'll talk about that later.
Yeah,
but Busch also has those fishing themed cans too that I just I can't wait to buy one of those when I turn 21.
I got a couple cans real quick if I
bro.
Hold on. I have. This expired. When was it? I just like to have collector cans. May 10th of 2021. So this is the hunting edition.
Oh, that's sick.
That was pretty cool. Awesome. And then for my very first case of Busch Apple, boom. And this expired in 2020. So
that's when it first came out.
Yeah. So like I said, the first time I was able to get my hands on some Busch Apple, I kept at least one can because I thought you never know if it's going to come back or not. So
I should probably do.
But kind of going back into the workouts, Tommy, what would you say some of your favorite workouts are? Like, first off, let's actually start out with what split you're doing. Are you doing like a push pull?
What we're doing? Yeah. So I'm doing now I'm doing a push pull split. So like I'll do like push, which is like shoulders, triceps, chest, focused mostly. Sometimes they've turned into more of a chest and shoulder focus now for the past couple of workouts, push days that I've done, and then pull days, which is just biceps and back, which honestly mine have been a back focused more. I don't know why. I think of pull, I think of like rows, and I think of
and you're still hitting your biceps when you're doing those too, but it's just not as much as what you would with a bicep curl. It's just not isolating it as much.
Yeah, there was a I found, or not found. I started talking to one of my buddies from high school who also is an avid gym goer. And he was talking to me. He saw me do the cable pull downs or the pullovers, where it's like above your head and come down. He's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, It's cable pullover. I mean, I've been doing this probably for about a year because
it's like one of my
I told
favorite
him
back exercises.
it is honestly like that's the one. That's honestly the one. This kind of goes into what we were starting to talk about. The cable pullovers are awesome, especially because like you can have like the multiple like adjustments to hit more of that. And I was just explaining to him, I'm like, yeah, it helps with lower back, or not lower back. It helps with the lats mostly, and like the wider grip you go, the more of the lat you feel with the pump. So
or a different
and
part of the
lat. And then he introduced me to another into like a curl to do where you got like the dumbbells and you're curling them like up to like middle of your chest, and it's like this, or where it like works this whole muscle.
That's like a crossbody hammer curl.
Yeah, that's what I like. He taught me that, and I'm like, ooh, it's kind of good. This I like doing this. A lot of control happening and all that. But and then obviously after push pull, I got legs. I still keep doing legs. I know.
So what's your favorite day out of the 3?
Pull day, probably.
Pull day? Oh, okay.
Pull day.
Okay.
I don't know. I like doing so. We'll probably get into this in a bit, but I like doing the assisted chin up machine because I can't do a chin up. Honestly, I have too much weight, or I don't know the technique, or whatever. I just can't do it. So that works the back mostly, and I like using that because then I feel bigger than I actually am doing that. I've recently got into liking the assisted dip and chin up machine. Just all that. I also like doing the lat pull downs. Actually, I usually every day before I do pull, I usually on my TikTok page, I usually see like a video of I usually see like a video of like Arnold or C-Bum hitting the lat pull down. I'm like, I want to do that so bad.
I want to look just like it.
Kind of. But yeah, I mean, I just for most reason I like doing a lot of pulls because I like bringing like a lot of stuff closer to like me. I don't know. I just kind of like the motion. It's just a lot better.
Yeah. So kind of moving on to what I'm doing. I'm doing more since I'm in football. I don't want to do more bodybuilding type of workouts. I want to focus more on strength and explosiveness. So I'm kind of doing more of it's a different split. I think some people call it the Arnold split, but I'm doing like a chest, back, shoulders, arms, and then lower body leg day workouts. I don't do as much work with dumbbells or machines. I'm more working with barbells or Smith machines, if anything. But yeah, a lot of it's gonna be like I just started doing power clean a few months ago, which I haven't done since college. So it was something different getting into. I'm not doing split jerks. Split jerks fucking suck.
Dude, so I hated
I'm doing military presses, bent over barbell rows, that type of stuff. But also another good thing when it comes to that chest back split is that when you're hitting your chest, if you're doing it right, you should be hitting your triceps too. If you're hitting your back, you should be hitting your biceps. So you're basically getting a full upper body pump, and you just feel like Superman in the gym.
I don't feel exactly like Superman, but I do feel like I can. Yeah. I feel like a badass. It's awesome.
Yeah, and when I'm training for more muscle development, I will do a push pull split. I mean, you can still do the chest back split with the bodybuilding type of. It's good to, for me, I've always found it good to switch up your splits I try to go 5 to 6 weeks. So I'll do 5 to 6 weeks of a push pull split or until I'm sick of it. And then I'll go into a chest back, arm shoulder split, Arnold, whatever you want to call it. And then I just go back and forth between each one. And then if I get sick of both, then I'll just start toying around. I'll hit chest with shoulders, and then I'll hit back with biceps or something, or back with triceps, or just something wacky that still makes the workout enjoyable and not just repetitive. So what would be some of your favorite lifts, like overall? Like let's go with each muscle group. How about that?
With each muscle group. Okay, so when I'm
starting out with the chest, what's your favorite workout to hit the chest?
When I'm doing chest, I like the fly machine or just like doing flies. Like it really when I'm doing it right, I can really feel that chest pump. And yeah, I don't know. I like doing the fly machine. I started doing that
With the
probably.
actual machine itself, like the pec
Oh
deck?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I like doing that, and then along with that, I like doing the assist. I like doing the dips. Um, yeah, it depends on the day. Sometimes I'd rather do dips over push downs, or I'd rather do tricep push downs over. Or no, wait, that's chest still. Oops. Yeah. So,
Yeah,
I was still thinking like my split.
that's
Um,
okay.
yeah. So I like the fly machine, and then I'd probably dips still work the lower chest, don't they?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
depends on where you're sitting. I think if you lean more forward, it hits the lower chest,
Yeah. And I kind of
if
do
I'm
that.
not mistaken.
I kind of keep my kind of like
Mhm.
at my hips, kind of.
Yeah.
So
If you're
yeah.
staying more upright, it's hitting more tricep.
Yeah. Those are probably. I don't have like one top that like trumps everyone else. I like to like have two
Okay. Yeah.
of mine. Um, so yeah, those are my two chest workouts I like doing. I like doing the
Yeah.
dips because it works the lower chest, and I feel like my lower chest needs to just get
Okay.
better. And then I like
Yeah.
I feel a whole chest pump when I'm doing
Yeah.
the flies. So
Okay. Yeah.
yeah.
I would say my big two are both incline related. So I like it to incline the bench at least one or two notches up from where it's like a flat bench. And then I'll do like an incline cable fly. So what I'll do is I'll find one of those corner cable machines. You know what I'm talking about? And I'd bring the standards all the way down, throw some handles on there,
Just
and then
put
I'm just basically doing this type of motion.
ooh.
I found that to be a really good chest bump, and then along with inclined Smith machine bench press,
Hmm.
which is I never thought it could be. I was always one to bash a Smith machine,
Yeah.
and I would give it a shot, but I would never really be too big into it. But like certain workouts, it's way better than others. Like you get that perfect range of motion if you hit it just right. It's just a beautiful chest pump, in my opinion.
Yeah. I'm kind of like that. I'm not big into the Smith machine. Like I don't.
Right.
I'll probably hit it this next or this week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I say this week as in like the next few days. I'll probably hit
Right.
that because I have Monday, Tuesday off, so I can have like a more intense workout.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't have to
Yeah.
worry about like, oh, I'm so tired from work. Because usually I'll just go after work. But
Yeah.
yeah. So
What
that's that.
about what about shoulders? Where are your top workouts for some shoulders?
Um, I probably have it standing military press with shoulders
Yeah.
um with that
You
just
talking
because
barbell?
yeah, barbell. That's yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just like it's one of the classics that I've been doing since freshman year of high school, and I feel like my shoulders have gotten a lot more muscular and defined, and I
Yeah.
feel like I can press something above my head, and
Yeah.
I'm getting close to doing more than a plate, but I don't usually try to max out on that thing. It's more of
Right.
like I'll do 3 sets of 8, or I'll do like more reps with
More
that, or like
high reps. Yeah.
mhm.
Awesome.
Yeah. So then that's what I'll try to do, and then I like doing dumbbell front raises or like the
Mhm.
combination raises with the dumbbells, just because like it just feels like I'm more isolated, like each shoulder with each dumbbell. Um, I don't know. I just like it's not good. I don't know. I just like doing it. It's just one of those things. Like when I'm doing a shoulder workout, I'm always doing it. Just because like I feel it more of that. But I don't know. I think I look pretty cool doing it. That's why I do it all the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I got you.
Hmm.
Yeah. I think it's always important to get, if you're hitting your shoulders, you should always have at least one exercise where you're doing some sort of overhead press.
Hmm.
So, yeah, couple of my favorite workouts. I love the standing military press with the barbell, as you said. I try to stick with like 4 sets of 10 to 12 reps. And if not, then I'll go like the first set I'll do 12 reps, second set I'll do 10, then 8, then 6, along those lines, kind of more for strength training. And then another one, which is also another overhead press movement, is the Arnold press, where you're taking dumbbells and you're sitting down, starting out right here, and then you're twisting, coming up top.
Yeah.
Here. That's.
I need to incorporate
You
those.
don't need to go heavyweight for that either, because that works more
That'll
of the
tire you out.
Yeah.
That'll tire you out.
Yeah.
Arnold could do it. I can do it.
Yeah, exactly. So we kind of already said what we liked for the back. And biceps, triceps are kind of. I mean,
they're kind of mixed in with other. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you can only do so much with your biceps and triceps. So, what about, let's say, your quads? What's your favorite for some quads?
For my quads, when I'm doing more quad focused, I'll do the leg extensions, and I'll usually do them to between 10 to 15 reps a set. It just depends, and honestly, and it depends on the day. If I'm feeling like I really want to tire my legs out, or if I like really want to push it, I'll do 12 to 15. Or if like I'm just like I just want to get this leg day over with, I'll do 10 to 12. And I'm usually doing about 4 sets of each for that for leg extensions. And then for the quads, I'd probably say a leg press is just a seated leg press is one of my just all time. I'd rather do that than squats, because I can do so much more.
Right. You can really pack on the weight with some leg press. Yeah.
I know. I'm almost I'm almost doubling what I can do on the leg press machine than I can do actually for 1 rep on the back squat, which I haven't seen where my 1 rep is at for back squat, but I'm assuming it's probably below 405. But
yeah,
I don't know. Well, I can rep out 315 for a few, but yeah, then we're getting to I'm messing up my back and lower back, and I'm just like, this is just dumb. And like, I need to get a bigger belt too, because I have a large belt and it doesn't really fit around my stomach, and I'm kind of just hurting myself. So
yeah, I got a Larry Wheels PR belt.
No,
the latch.
well, it's like, yeah.
I need to get, and then when you're done with your rep, you can just snap it off. I love that feeling.
I'll probably have to get that.
Yeah, I bought it from a guy that works out at my gym, and I got it for like $80, but his online, I think they're like 110, 120, something like that. So I mean, a little spendier, but I'd say well worth the money.
Yeah.
But yeah, for my favorite quad / leg workouts, I'm big on back squats. I love the pump. I love the feeling that it gets in the quads. It even gets some glutes, some hammies. I mean, if you're doing it right, it should hit almost every lower body muscle group. And then lately,
back in high school. Sorry, you finish.
Okay. Yeah. Lately, I've been really big on Bulgarian split squats. My gym just got this new Bulgarian split squat stand, which works way better than a bench. And it's making me actually enjoy Bulgarian split squats. And then I also like having a barbell on my back. And what
is that? Is it the
Bulgarian?
One where you have like is it the one with like where you split it and you have the dumbbells?
Yeah, it's where you have one leg up on like a bench or something. You're basically just doing a static lunge, just up and down.
Yeah, that's what I figured it was. I didn't know what it was called.
A lot of people hate it. A lot of people hate it, and I do sometimes too, but lately not so much. And then I like just barbell walking lunges, just having a barbell up here, and then just lunge all the way down the aisle. So, but yeah, I'd say those are my top lower body workouts. I also love calf raises too. I mean, if you don't like hitting calves, I mean, that's your problem, bud. You work your legs to look better in shorts for the summer, and you don't hit your calves, I think you're crazy.
Yeah, you start looking like a chicken out there.
Exactly. You have big quads and small calves, there's no point. But if you have big calves and small quads, bro, you look jacked as shit. I don't care.
Yeah. But anyway, what I was gonna say was back in high school, I loved doing back squats. I don't know why. It's just like
Mm-hmm.
it was my thing because I always felt like I could do way more than not like in my class because I oh my gosh some of the people in my class were crazy. They'd be racking up three. No, they'd be. There was one guy who did 405 my junior year, barefoot. I'm like,
Barefoot.
get your
Yeah.
toes out of this gym. Like, what are you
Yeah.
doing?
I love
Yeah,
squatting
he walks.
barefoot or with
My
socks on.
thing. Yeah, no, he didn't have any socks on. We're talking like bare feet, toes out, and
Mm,
everything. Walks in.
got them grippers out.
Oh my god! I'm like, how? I'm like, how do you do this, dude?
Yeah.
He before he goes up, he kicks off his Birkenstocks, goes up, and then squats, and then he comes back, puts on his tennis shoes, and finishes out the rest of the set, the workout. And I'm like, what are you on?
My goodness.
Oh my god! But
Wow.
yeah, no, I liked doing it because I felt like I was a lot closer with the kids in or like my teammates in my class. So like I felt like kind of right up there. And then before I hit 365 before Wartburg as my last max out for back squat,
Okay.
which that was that.
Yeah.
So
I mean, you were putting up good numbers at the Berg.
I was my
Yeah.
last max out squat I have on record is 435 one
Nice.
time.
There you go.
Yeah. Can I do that now? Let me get a few leg days back to back. So
Right. Yeah. Mine right now, last I checked, was 415. So
yeah,
that was
we're
a couple months ago.
I'm
But
a long way from maxing out, but honestly, when I'm working out,
yeah.
that's not my goal. So
Yeah. And I guess since we're on the topic, what's your max out for bench? I believe I was with there, or I was with
yeah,
you there when you hit that.
300.
So 300, hit the 3-band mark.
Oh my gosh.
We started out pretty hot and heavy. I think we burnt ourselves out just a little bit when
I
we were
did
doing
something
it.
very illegal, but yeah, we'll
Yeah,
talk about that later.
yeah, we did 275, which was easy peasy for you,
Oh my
which I
god.
believe was your PR before.
Yeah.
Before that, yeah, and
Yeah, it was
I made that
275. I
same
did it
I
like
made
twice.
that yeah, I made that same jump when I hit my 300 mark, but yeah, then we got you up to 295. I'm like, let's just throw a 2.5 on just to say you get 300
Yeah.
if you get it. So, and then you hit it and it was
I was like,
awesome.
let's go. And then you're
Yeah.
like, let's do 315. I'm like, sure.
Yeah, I mean, you had 300 down and up pretty quick, I would say. Enough to where
Yeah.
you probably would have gotten 305.
I probably, yeah.
Probably not not 315, but
Yeah. I probably would have gotten 305. I slammed that. I felt like when I was done, my ribs really hurt. So when I brought that down, I kind of like popped it off my chest. I'm
yeah.
like, that hurts.
Yeah, yeah, and then yeah, so next goal is that 315 mark, and
Yep.
I'd say if you keep continuously training, I'd say you'd hit that within the next couple months if you want to focus on
Yeah.
if you want to focus on strength.
Yeah.
But yeah, my PR for the bench press is 315. Hit that at the same time with you.
Oh yeah.
After you hit your 300.
Mhm.
But yeah, I haven't moved a weight so slow up in my entire life. That felt I didn't think it was gonna move, but I eventually
You're
got it
sitting
up
there
and
and you got the
yeah, I was
you
right
got the
here.
arm shaking,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then you just pops
shaking,
it up.
all that. Yeah, but no, I got it up and it was a better feeling than 225, I'll tell you that. So,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Yeah.
so
So there's that. Anything else talking about this topic? I know we're talking favorite lifts kind of stuff.
yeah, we got into the favorite lifts, like what we like to do there, muscle groups, all that stuff. Is there any like specific machines that's a big go-to for you where like if it's taken, you're like, son of a bitch, you know?
It depends. With my pull day, if I get usually what I do there to warm up my pull is I do the assisted chin up machine, and if that's taken, I'm just like, man, what am I gonna warm up to now? Like I
Right.
can't just start going and just immediately doing preacher curls. I'm like, this like
Yeah.
I gotta warm up to something.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd probably say the assisted machine is one of my favorites. When I'm there for push day, if the chest fly machine, if that is taken, that just kind of throws off my entire chest because I usually do that to warm up. Well, I do push-ups, then I go straight into the chest flies.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of, yeah. So I'm doing a bunch of that, and then if I see that taken, I'm just like, man, now what do I do? Do I just go work immediately triceps because then my whole arms are just tired by the time I get to do chest flies? But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and then for legs, honestly, if I see that when I get out of the leg press machine, and I see that the leg extension machine is taken, I'm just like, well, what do I do now? I don't want to do squats because I already did leg press and my legs are tired. So yeah, I'll just go immediately into the leg curls or not the seated leg curl, the other leg curls where you're on your stomach. But yeah,
Right.
yeah,
Laying leg curls, I love laying leg curls. I love it
those are
way better than
awesome.
seated. Way
Oh
better
my
than
God.
seated.
I tried seated for the first time 2 days ago. I'm like,
Yeah.
I feel like I'm gonna pop off the
Yeah.
chair.
Dude, hamstrings, I love RDLs, Romanian deadlifts. My favorite.
Oh yeah.
But I'm always sore after that. Yeah.
Jeez. Yeah,
But
I know.
yeah, for me, I mean, being a trainer and like going through all the different like lifts and like if this machine's taken, I already know an alternative. I wouldn't say there's really a specific machine that's like if it's taken, I'm like, ah shit. But I would say if I'm mainly focusing on hitting a specific muscle group like the quads, like if I'm wanting to go to a leg extension and it's taken, I'm gonna be a little bummed because I mean there's not too many alternatives you can do to hit just isolate the quad. I just basically have to go and do a whole different muscle group while I'm waiting for whoever's on that machine to be done.
Mhm.
Maybe I'll go to like a leg press or something like
Hack
that. I
squat machine.
know hack squat. Yeah. We have a stand that's called a sissy squat stand. Um, feel it is a funny name, but feel free to look that up. It's a good quad isolation workout.
Mhm.
But yeah, other than that, I wouldn't say there's really much that I'm too bummed about. The gym I go to when I work out, it gets busy.
Massive. Compared to
Yeah,
mine, it's
yeah.
massive.
And it gets really fucking busy too. So I mean, a lot of them like to just swarm the benches. So I mean, if there's 0 benches around and I'm trying to do some sort of chest workout or back, trying to get some rows or
You
I don't
just
know. It's just a pain,
you get that feeling of just like,
That's
well,
right. That's why
my
I
whole
try to
workout just feels dumb.
That's why when I can, I try to go during the non-busy times, which is around between noon and 3, or like I hate going early mornings, but I'll go early morning if I have to. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's
I haven't had to go early morning yet. Not probably since
Warburg.
January. Well, no, I would go a couple times I went a couple times in January, but I haven't had to because I'm just like, well, if I can just go after work about 4:30, it's
Mm-hmm.
not it's not that busy. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know why, but 7 o'clock at Anytime Fitness has been so busy. Like
Everybody's off of work, bro.
I know everyone's off work and they are either just going like starting. I feel no 6:30. I lied. 6:30 was like everything is taken kind of thing. And I
Yeah.
used to go usually about this time 7:30. Just because I'm like, oh, it's a little slower than that. And then because then I usually that's like the latest time I'll take my pre, which I haven't taken pre in probably almost this whole month of April. I haven't taken pre, and
Yeah.
it's been good. I've been still getting pumps, but early mornings I'll probably have to take that. So
Yeah. The gym I go to, the busiest times are like 5 to 6:30 Mondays and Tuesdays, but then as the week goes on, it slowly dies down. And by Friday, I just worked this last Friday evening shift, and there's
nobody.
barely anybody that showed up. And like I came during like the hot times of the day, so
Jeez.
But yeah, so I mean, Mondays and Tuesdays are the busiest times for my gym,
Goodness.
between 5 and 6:30. But
Yeah.
yeah, so that's really all I got when it comes to the fitness, like workout routines and type stuff
Yeah.
like that. I know the last episode we brought up of how I'm a certified personal trainer,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, let's talk through that. What made you become a personal trainer? Because I know I've been thinking about that. Because I know as soon as you got that endorsement from All Star, I've been like, man, how did you get certified and all that stuff? So
right. Yeah, so started out my junior year during that time when I was starting to, get familiar with all the different workouts and all that stuff. And once I started seeing my results, like I said, I got addicted, and then I'd show more results and more results, and I'd be going to school, comfortable with wearing like a t-shirt instead of a long sleeve, or a tank top instead of a t-shirt or a hoodie, and some people would notice, some people would be like, oh, whatever, he's just gonna quit in a few weeks anyways. But there's a guy that I'm not gonna say his name, but he noticed my results. He grew up a little bigger guy. He's had a couple attempts of trying to lose weight, and he was just like, "Hey, do you mind if you, or do you mind if you could show me, like how to work out, like what workouts I need to be doing? Am I doing these right?" Um, and I was like, "Yeah, of course." And then he already had a membership at the gym I was going to, in my hometown, and he and I kind of showed him a whole bunch of different workouts, what muscle groups kind of pair with each other, and he ended up losing. I don't remember the exact number, but it was a lot of weight, a lot of body fat, and he looked really good, and he was staying really consistent, keeping track of his macros. And I told him, like, when you're working out, it's not just the workout itself, and if you're wanting results, it's the diet too, because I mean 70% of your results is going to come from your diet. Because if you're working out super hard, sweating like a crazy person, and you're going home eating a bag of Doritos, drinking pop, I mean, you're not going to see much results. um so I told him that, and he's like, okay. And so he was kind of doing his own like diet research and stuff like that, because I didn't know stuff about that at the time.
yeah.
But I was more, since I grew up skinny, I was more just eat as much as you can, basically.
Mhm.
But yeah, he just seeing his transition, and how happy he, just as a person, more confident as he got along the way, just kind of felt really good, because I knew I was a part of that, and I knew I could help him along the way. And just seeing those results, just knew I was like, I wanted to get into a profession that was something like this. So I went home,
Yeah.
researched, and I was like, different jobs that could help people lose weight. I just look
Mhm.
up random stuff like that, and I saw personal training for every single one of them.
Mhm.
And I saw the pay, and like it's in high demand, but the pay is not the greatest. It is increasing throughout the years, but
Yeah.
honestly, I like what I do, and the pay, I mean, doesn't really bug me too much, especially since I got my
Mhm.
side hustle. So but yeah, I just love seeing
Yeah.
people um get the results that they need to, and knowing that I'm a part of that. It's heartwarming in a
Mhm.
way.
Do you
And
still get do you still get clients to this
yeah,
day or
yeah, I'm actually starting up
Mm.
with a client here in the beginning of May. Um,
Awesome.
yeah, he's a former veteran. He I don't know if he got injured in combat or something. I know he has something wrong with him,
Amputee?
like whether he injured his shoulder. No, it's no amputees or anything. But I know he was pretty strong, and now he's not the greatest right now. So kind of helping on building up that strength. But yeah, my first real job though at training was at Wartburg. I mean, I had my certification. I think it was July of 2020 or 2021. I think no, it was 2021.
Yeah,
And,
'cause
yep.
it was
And
before we got yeah.
yeah, I was a full year into college, and then that summer between the first and second year, I got my certification in July, and then I started my job at Wartburg, the W, that February, and I got two clients right away. One of them was a little more difficult than the other, but I mean that's the business. So I mean, I eventually developed a good connection with both of them. They both saw results really quick, especially with how their diet was and all that stuff and how hard I was working them. I was mainly focusing on high intensity interval trainings with them, which is more body weight circuit type of movements, which is really effective with cardiovascular strength and fat loss and burning all those calories. But then I ended up passing the torch to a different trainer because I wasn't coming back to Wartburg that next year, and moved over to the Rochester area in Minnesota. And right now I'm at Northgate Health Club. If you're ever in the area, feel free to swing by, say hi. I could hook you up with day pass and all that stuff. But then I started training there last June. And I've had quite a few clients since then. Some of them come and go. Some of them have stuck with for like half a year. So, I mean, a lot of people just some people know how to work out, but they just need that person to help push them. And I've had quite a few clients like that where they're like, yeah, I know the workouts. I'm just really lazy and I need somebody to help motivate me. So, I mean, I'm just there kind of pushing them, making sure they're not resting for too long, making sure they're, if they can do more weight, they can do more weight, stuff like that. I've helped people with knee issues, joint pains. There's a kid that had like rotator cuff issues. So I kind of showed him a couple workouts that will help with that. But no, it's a good profession. I love it. I got my certification through ISSA. And if you're ever interested in becoming a personal trainer, I'd recommend ISSA. And then you can also say that you heard it from me, Jagger Nashevsky. And if you do that, you'll get I think it's either a 10 or a 20% off of the certification.
Oh, hey.
Yeah. So if you're ever interested, just type in my name for the referral box, and then you'll get some sort of percentage off. And then I'm not sure if I get anything out of it. I might, but I don't really care.
You'll get bragging rights.
Right. I get bragging rights. And then, just staying consistent on my posting on Instagram, my PT Jagger Instagram page. There's a place in Mankato, I almost said Northgate Health Club, All-Star Nutrition in Mankato, which has great supplements, good protein powders, good pre-workouts. Probably could go for a little more variety than what they have, but I mean, they're a smaller business, so I mean, it's expected. But they reached out to me and asked if I want to be an ambassador for them, kind of represent their supplement company. And I was like, yeah, sure. I shop with you guys anyway, so might as well.
Yeah.
But so that's really my story as a personal trainer. I got a client right now. He's 18 years old, looking to pack on some muscle,
Hey,
speed. He's a football player, so he's grew up skinny like me. So I mean, I kind of know the path that he needs to take in order to get there. But
yeah.
And then I'm starting up with the other guy within the next week now. So, but that's really what I got from my personal training experience. If you guys ever have any questions, you can feel free to email me at ptjagger@gmail.com. Once again, that's ptjagger@gmail.com.
Sweet. Or you can DM him on Instagram at ptjagger.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
And then
that's about it.
That's what I got.
Before we move on to our next topic, our co-host Jagger would love to have a little story time for us.
So this was this last Friday. The 21st or the 20th. I think it was the 21st.
This past weekend?
This last Friday that just happened.
No way.
I was working. All right. I was at my job, my side hustle, squeegee squad. I was cleaning windows all day. I was having fun. I honestly really enjoy the job, man. I mean, I have fun doing it and it pays well. So, I mean, but anyways, I got home and I was bringing my stuff in, my lunchbox, my squeegees, my mop and all that stuff. And I was told to go practice on my windows at home just to get the technique down. So I was like, yeah, sure, I'll do that. And I have a little clip on my belt. So I have it clipped and I unlock my door and I'm getting ready to go, and like through my door to the left is where my dog's kennel is. So I was getting ready to let him out of the kennel, let him outside, and have him go to the bathroom. And then to the right is like the dining room, kitchen area where I'm at right now. And I look to my right, or no, before I look to my right, I just get the smell of like alcohol, just hard liquor, alcohol. I'm like, what the fuck is that smell? And I look over and like, so I had this alcohol shelf up for since I moved in here, hasn't shown a budge, nothing, sturdy as a rock, dude. And I look on the table, I'm like, no fucking way. There's glass bottles shattered on the table, on the floor, alcohol's all over the table, floor's all sticky. It's full of this blue vodka that my fiance has, my whiskey, my rum, and some other stuff, and just glass bottles everywhere. And I was like, what the fuck just happened? And and I'm looking over, and like it's like everywhere, dude. And I'm like, how the hell could this even happen? And I'm like, because I don't think the cats would jump up on it, because they've never tried.
Knowing your cats,
I have no idea. I have no idea when this happened either. I messaged all my neighbors. I'm like, hey, did you hear any bangs or anything within the last few hours? They're like, no, I haven't heard anything. I've been asleep. I've been at work. This stuff.
Did El Fiance have something with this?
No, she left for work at around 10:30 that day, and I got home at 2:30. So it was somewhere in that time frame. But yeah, so I had to mop the floors. I had to wipe the tables, clean up the glass, sweep up whatever needed to be swept. And I was so bummed because I just got a bottle of Woodford Reserve whiskey, and I had a couple.
That's all gone.
It's shattered.
No,
all over the table. There's still glass in the cracks of this table right now that I can't get to because it's in between the cracks. Like I can't get it.
No.
But yeah, so
I would be.
We had a few survivors. The Crown Apple survived because apparently if you drop a bottle of Crown, it doesn't shatter. Unless if you like slam it. But yeah, I've tested it and it works.
We dropped it from I don't know if you remember this.
The empty bottle. Yeah, I remember.
Dropped the empty bottle from the top from our window.
Yeah.
In Leia. Back at the Berg.
Did not drop.
It didn't shatter.
It didn't shatter. Yeah.
I was like,
no.
This is 3 stories tall.
I had an empty bottle of Jack Daniel's honey. Didn't shatter. But the Woodford Reserve did. I'm like, bro, really? Are you kidding me?
Fresh
Caramel Smirnoff was fine. But the Captain Morgan, which was a plastic bottle, survived. But yeah, no, it was just a mess, and I hated every second of it. I was cleaning up for like a good 40 minutes. And then it was still sticky by the time I had to leave later. So then Megan had to sweep up or mop again because it was still sticky. And yeah, it was just a mess. I hated it.
I would have been fuming. Like,
yeah.
I'd have been every oh man, there'd have been a curse word every 5 seconds. Oh my god.
Yeah, there was. Oh, there was. I was very upset.
Jeez Louise. That would have been I can't even just think of that. It's already like making
I wasn't even that mad about like losing the liquor. It was just cleaning it up, like the stickiness, and it just smelled like Joe's on a Saturday night. Or if you're watching and you don't know what Joe's is in Waverly, Iowa, it is a very popular college town bar.
Party attraction.
Yeah, so just think of any really busy bar on a Saturday night. It smelled like that.
Yeah, which Joe's. This is the last year of Joe's.
Rest in peace, Joe's.
Rest in peace, Joe's.
Joe's not dead. He just doesn't want to do it anymore.
Yeah, no. Oh, no, I think the college bought him out. I think that's what it is. For more parking.
Oh, yeah, for parking.
For more parking. If anything else, it could have been anything else, but it's parking.
Right.
Come on.
Yeah. Could have been a bigger, better bar.
It could have been.
Whatever.
But yeah, that's that.
Yeah.
Alrighty, shall we move
So,
on?
yeah, some interesting stuff has happened within this last week. Some rumors going around, some other
Yeah.
players signing to different places. Tommy, let's start us off here. What we got?
So we got a couple of big news that we want to talk about in the NFL world. I'll start off with there are rumors that Derrick Henry, King Henry himself, may be going to Philly. And
Yeah,
honestly, I feel like he might fit in with that because the Eagles just traded, not just traded. They did trade Miles Sanders. I think was it to the Panthers? I don't
something
know. It was
like
a blue
that.
team. It was a blue team. Yeah. But they traded him away. So I'm like, now there's a big shoe to fill now. Like there's a big space, and I didn't know. And honestly, I think, God, with that stacked offensive line, that would just be killer. Oh my gosh,
Dude, when I saw this,
broke your heart.
I I fucking hate Philly with a passion. I mainly hate their fans
I do too.
because they're a bunch of assholes, and like when they won the Super Bowl, they stole seats out of US Bank Stadium. They were vandalizing everything, and it was just so stupid. Like I get you
That
got
whole
that love.
division
I
sucks.
get the love for your team, but really, dude, like, and
That whole division.
Philly fans I could just never relate to.
That it's the whole NFC East. I hate the fans. Out of that, I like the I can't call them Redskins. They're not. It's the Commanders.
Yeah.
Commanders. They're probably the best fans out of that. But like
Yeah.
that
I
whole
don't mind
division.
Giants fans. I don't mind the
It's
Cowboys fans
mostly
are obnoxious, but I mean,
Cowboys and the Eagles fans are obnoxious.
yeah.
But I mean, also of an NFC fan, I don't, as a whole, I don't like the Eagles. Also, I just like certain
Right.
players on the team,
Yeah.
which I think this summer, if I save enough money, I think I might get the old Jay Kelsey jersey. So that'd be
Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
rocking
that's
the
the
old.
only guy I can really get a jersey of on that team.
I like. Well,
Not
you have
Michael
to.
Vick, LaShawn McCoy.
Yeah. Well, you don't hate Jalen Hurts, do you? Or would you? You don't.
I wouldn't
You're
say I hate him.
just
No,
not a fan.
he's a really good
He is
quarterback.
really.
I respect his game, but just how
You
they
say
just
you don't.
obliterated my Vikings week 2 of last season, I was
They
not
did.
happy.
Hey, but the Vikings bounced back, so they were doing pretty dang good.
Yeah.
Had almost arguably you would say game of the year with the Bills. So
Or comeback of the fucking
I forgot about that.
largest
33-point comeback.
largest comeback in NFL history, and I was at that game. That was
Yeah,
awesome.
that was awesome. They
I don't
Vikings
know if there's
shattered
dude,
expectations this year. I'd have to say that was
first
good.
half I was drinking my sorrows away. Second half I was drinking because I was celebrating. And that game winning kick was right in front of me too. I was like, I don't remember the section, but I was in the
Did you watch it
100.
go this way, or did you see it like?
I watched it go left, my left, or whatever way your point of view
Yeah.
is.
Well,
But
yeah.
yeah, I was like row 19 of section 100, whatever.
Jeez.
Yeah, it was awesome. But yeah, kind of talking. You brought up Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
So kind of shifting that way, he just
yeah.
signed a big extension with the Eagles, highest paid quarterback in NFL history, if I'm not mistaken. 5 years for $255 million.
I saw that. That
What?
is crazy.
Like, I can't even imagine how much money he's getting per second with them. I
Per
know
second
somebody
know.
out there's done the math already. It's probably like 10, 20 bucks a second, but like
Yeah, no, that's crazy.
that's insane.
But
And
hey, I mean,
props to him. He's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, and if there's anybody that should be getting that amount of money, it's him. Patrick Mahomes, those types of guys. So
Patrick Mahomes
Burrow.
definitely. Joe Burrow has.
I can see Joe Burrow getting that extension and getting more than that.
I'm saying at the end of this season, Joe Burrow will probably get a massive extension too. If he brings his team back to the AFC Championship again,
Mm-hmm.
100%.
Oh, easily.
And it's just him and Jamar Chase and T. Higgins.
Yep.
On that team.
Oh, Joe Mixon.
Well, we're not going to talk about Joe Mixon. Joe Mixon got in trouble.
Yeah, true. I feel like all the running backs get in trouble now.
Oh my gosh. What is wrong? What is wrong with people, bro? Like,
I don't know, bro. Everybody just wants to get in trouble.
John Morant. Speaking of
John Morant.
Oh my god. Yeah. I saw that Joe Mixon thing where I think he shot a kid or something, or he I don't know, or he did something to a kid that got him in trouble.
Yeah,
I'm
I
just
didn't
like,
really read much
what is?
into that,
No,
but
I didn't either. I just
Um,
see it on like the headlines.
yeah.
But
And then before we get into our next topic here, I want to bring up one more thing. Today is the 18-year anniversary. The Green Bay Packers drafted Aaron Rodgers. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
18 years today. I saw
Jeez.
that on Twitter just before we started, and I feel like I needed to bring it up. So,
I mean, I haven't heard anything else.
Happy 18 to the Green Bay Packers.
Sure. I mean,
I know that they're bouncing back and forth. I know they're bouncing back and forth on what Aaron Rodgers is worth and what the trade's gonna contain, whether it's a first round, second round, first round, second round, that type of stuff.
Yeah.
They're going back and forth. They're being very stubborn.
To our viewers, this video will be posted after the draft.
Mm-hmm.
I am hoping
we'll be talking more draft stuff next week.
Yeah, we'll talk about draft stuff next week. Yeah. But what my hope is, this may happen, this may not. I have a feeling Aaron Rodgers will probably get traded draft day.
Draft day? You think so?
Day. I'm
okay.
Thinking.
You hear it here first. This video is being recorded April 23rd. It is 7:30 right now at night.
And at 7:30, April 23rd, the Sunday before the draft. I don't know. I saw a thing that had a stalemate, and the Packers have already moved on. They've with the coaching and stuff. I saw a picture of Jordan Love first couple days at preseason training and stuff, and he was happier than a pig in slop. So yeah. So I was pretty excited to see that. Just all around, that group is young. I mean, you've got
very young crew. Yeah,
I know. I mean, you got the vet Aaron Jones in there who will help stuff. As far as I know, Mercedes Lewis, big dog's still there. He's pretty much a vet too. He's like almost 40. Yeah, but other than that, I mean, other than the people on defense, but that offense is just, well, no. David Bakhtiari is still there, which I'm happy for. There goes 69. So, yeah. But as far as I know, I mean, Christian Watson's going into his second year. Jordan Love, this is what, his fourth
first year starting.
First year starting.
I
think this is his third year.
It was 2020 when he got drafted, I believe.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
It was. I saw that and I was upset about that pick, but now I'm not because he's got promise to him. So
yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, and then we're going into now probably my favorite Packer, AJ Dillon. Freaking 1-2 punch is staying in Green Bay. That's awesome.
Right.
I saw the AJ Dillon draft pick. He got drafted the same second round of 2020, and I'm just like, you don't really need a running back because at that time we had Jamal Williams, and Aaron Jones. So I'm like, we still why do we have this here? And then I think they both got hurt, and then it was against the Titans. Ironically, as we're talking about the former Titans player earlier, they played the Titans, and he rushed for like $162 tutties, I think, in the snow.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn. I'm like, let's go. He's gonna have some good potential.
So you're gonna get an AJ. Do you have an AJ Dillon jersey?
That's the next one I want to buy.
That's the next one.
That's the next Packers jersey I'm gonna buy. Yeah. I'm probably gonna get a white AJ Dillon jersey just because.
And speaking of jerseys, I believe we want to get into
our collection.
Seeing our collection here. So, Tommy, you want to start us off?
Yeah. So we're gonna be showing our collection. Jagger's is obviously bigger than mine. Because his I could spoil him, but but anyway,
myself. What are you talking about?
Oh, come on.
She's bought me a few. She's bought you
a few. I
bought myself more.
Jagger's collection is probably 5 times greater than mine. But yeah, and we're not just gonna be showing NFL jerseys unless Jagger is.
I'm showing my favorite jerseys.
Yeah.
I have a total of 35 jerseys. I'm showing 15.
Jeez, I didn't know you had 35. Well, are you counting yourself too? Your high school jersey as your collection?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have let's just get right into it. I have to stand up a little bit. Peep the shirt, 5-finger death punch. Okay, so anyway,
A good
so
concert.
that was a great concert. So we're gonna start off. I have my my only NBA jersey, Giannis jersey. A little
Mr.
sad
Milwaukee Bucks.
yeah. I'm a little upset he's hurt right now, but that's what I got. So there's jersey number 1. And honestly, I saw call me a bandwagon if you want to. I saw them win the finals. And I'm like, I want a Giannis jersey. I mean, how can you hate Giannis? You can't hate Giannis.
I have a Giannis jersey. I love that guy. He's my
Yeah.
second favorite player in the league. Maybe third. I don't know.
Yeah.
I have a lot of favorite players in the league.
Mhm.
So
So then we're going into football jerseys. So this first one I bought for a sweet deal for like $60. So I have a
ooh,
white Raiders jersey or Niners jersey, not Raiders. Jeez. So it's Brock Purdy jersey.
okay.
I bought this because I'm an Iowa State fan. Yeah, so I'm an Iowa State fan. I love Iowa State football, and he got drafted at the last pick of this past draft.
Mr. Irrelevant.
Turned into Mr. Relevant because he
Yeah.
went like he went like on a 5-game winning streak, coming straight off the bench because the QB room was just horrible. But yeah, I bought that because I wanted it. I'm not really going to be wearing it. More of it just like maybe I'll wear it during podcast episode. But typically the white jerseys I don't want to wear. Are you the same way?
Yeah, it's tough because I'm drinking beer with the jerseys and I don't want to spill. I mean, I don't want to. And Tide to Go sticks are perfect for that reason.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
This next one, it's gonna kind of sound weird how I explain it, but this next one, I have a red Buccaneers Tristan Wirfs jersey.
Yeah.
So Tristan, yeah. So Tristan Wirfs is an Iowa native. Like he went to high school in Iowa, Mount Vernon, Iowa, and then he went to Iowa to play like the Hawkeyes. Then he got drafted
By the Bucks.
By the Bucks.
2019.
2020 because he won
that. Yeah,
because he won that Super Bowl with Tom Brady as a rookie.
Year.
Yeah. So I bought that because it was an Iowa native. Went to Iowa high school, went to Iowa college, true Iowa native, sponsored by Bush, which I think is awesome.
That's awesome.
And I really wanted to get the gray one. The gray one's probably out of that is probably one of my top 5 favorite looking like jerseys out of the whole league. But I couldn't get that. I couldn't find it. I was either going to get a Gronk or a Brady gray one. I didn't want to spend $250 to get a gray jersey, but yeah. So that's jersey number 3. We're going to go to our last one, which is my Packers jersey I have. A little sad to see this guy go, but I have a Alan Lazard jersey.
Hey, he's still on a green team, so it can kind of work out for you.
So Alan Lazard is another Iowa native. He went to Iowa and Urbandale, or not? He went to Iowa and Urbandale. Urbandale is in Iowa. He went to high school in Urbandale, which is like 40 minutes from my hometown, Des Moines metro area around there. Then he went to Iowa State to play wide receiver. And yeah, then he went undrafted and went to, I think it was the Dolphins, got signed, and then they cut him, and then he signed with the Packers, and then showed up pretty well, did pretty well, and then earned Aaron Rodgers' respect, and then he went on Rodgers' shopping list for the Jets. So but yeah, for that, he was my favorite Packer. Playing this past couple of years just because he's an Iowa native and went to Iowa State. So, yeah, but that's my collection so far. I have another jersey in mind I want to get. Yeah, like I said, I want to get either that. I'm thinking the black Jason Kelsey jersey.
Okay.
The black Eagles jersey, or I want to get the white AJ Dillon jersey. There's another Iowa State player that I kind of want to get. Ironically, on the Jets, Breece Hall is a former Iowa State running back on the Jets, and those black Jets unis look kind of fire too. So
Yeah.
but yeah, other than that, I need to get more Packers jerseys than I do
You're a
more
big
other team.
Yeah, you're a big Iowa fan. I mean, Iowa, the
Like
state.
the state of Iowa.
State
Yeah.
of Iowa. You're a big state of Iowa, whether they grew up in high school, played
Yeah.
college there. But yeah, no, that's awesome. I mean, I think there's probably more Iowa guys in the league than there is Minnesota, honestly.
Well, George Kittle went to Iowa. TJ
Yeah.
Hawkinson went to Iowa.
Yep.
Noah Fant on the Seahawks went to Iowa.
Yep.
Dallas Clark back in the day was a walk-on tight end at Iowa and came out to be a superstar. There's a center for the Ravens who
Just a whole bunch.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch. I think there's a Packers player at one time went to Iowa.
Yeah.
But then you go to Iowa State, there's dwindles. I mean, you got Brock Purdy, Breece Hall, Alan Lazard. There's another one I think in the league. I can't remember, but those are the three. And then there's a couple of UNI players in the league. Trevor Penning is on the Saints. I think he's on the practice squad, but he got drafted this past draft. And then, oh shoot, there's a lineman for the Bills. Right after he got the call, he did one of the most Bills Mafia thing ever. He jumped onto a flaming folding table.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Right after the call.
I love that Bills Mafia tradition. Just jumping through tables. That's awesome. Yeah, honestly, I can't name many guys, and I don't follow college football. I don't know much names when it comes to that type of stuff, but I know Adam Thielen, Antoine Winfield Jr. I know there's a receiver on the Bucks that I actually played up against in well, I guess I can't say I played up against him, but my team did my freshman year at the state tournament in football. So, and he was a quarterback on that team on Minneapolis North. I can't think of his name. It's like a real basic name too. It's like Tyler Johnson or some shit like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's really the only guys I really know from Minnesota. So I know the running back for the Gophers, Ibrahim. I don't know how you say it, but I know he's looking on getting in the league somewhere. But
like he's a draft prospect kind of thing.
I don't think so. Maybe, I don't know. I haven't looked much into it, but
yeah, I haven't. All I've been hearing is about in this past draft is CJ Stroud and Will Levis and all those people and Bryce Young. But I've been hearing quarterbacks. I haven't been hearing anything else. But anyway, that's my jersey collection. Pretty small.
Let's dive into my 15 jerseys I got here. Starting out with these guys, they actually just scored right now. I'm watching like the box score. The Stars versus the Minnesota Wild. You guys saw this last episode. It's the Kirill Kaprizov jersey, number 97. I love the Wild jerseys. I think they look sick. But
they do look nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of make it a little quicker. I'm not gonna rush into it, but I'm gonna, not getting too much depth about them.
Not really pressed for time.
I went to a lot of Twins games this last season, so I was like, it's appropriate to get a jersey. Yeah, so I got Mr. Max Kepler himself right there. It was either him or Byron Buxton, and there were no Byron Buxton jerseys. And I love the navy blue with the gold there. So,
bro, one of these summer days we got to go to a Twins game.
And they just changed their jerseys and their logo, and I just think it looks stupid now.
Speaking of changing jerseys, we can talk about after this collection.
Yeah. This one's one of my favorite Timberwolves jerseys that they've made. Derrick Rose, the Purple Rain.
Man,
he should have never left Minnesota.
He shouldn't have gotten injured.
Well, yeah, we all know that, but he shouldn't have left Minnesota because he fit so well with our system.
He did.
Last episode I brought up how I'm a Duke fan when it comes to basketball, and I got Zion Williamson jersey here.
You got a Duke Zion Williamson jersey?
This one Megan got me. Thank you, Megan. And she also got me a Duke Kyrie Irving jersey. That one I'm not showing today, but
white or blue?
White. And it's got like a crazy design on the back. I'll probably show it next episode. But this one's one of my favorite overall designs for a basketball jersey is Hakeem Olajuwon on the Rockets. I love that. I got it at man, where did I get it at?
Was
It
that
was
at
at
the?
the mall. It was at the Mall of America. Ooh, I want to show this one.
Was that not a? Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
It wasn't that weird Jersey store,
That one
but
sounds like
it was some sort of Jersey store, but it wasn't
it was around.
it wasn't the one that we were at.
Not the one I'm thinking of. Okay.
No. This one is a custom jersey. For those that don't know me, I'm a big Kendrick Lamar fan. He's my
Let's
favorite.
go.
He is my favorite artist of all time. And shout out to Jersey Bird. Just a small business I saw on TikTok once, and they were making custom jerseys. So I was like, I'm just gotta toy around with it. Made this in college, but I made the Dam number 17 because he was born on like the 17th of June or something like that. Then on the back, King Kunta on the back. So this is a fully customized jersey that I made myself, and it is one of my favorite jerseys that I have. This one I got at the jersey store at the Mall of America that we're talking about.
Yeah.
I got it when I think Max was up to visit, and it's the Black Mamba 24 Kobe Bryant.
Kobe.
Look at that right there. It's got the Mamba scales on it.
Rip.
And yeah, also one of my favorite jerseys in my collection.
Rest in peace, Kobe.
And then I have the GOAT himself, Mr. Scoring Champ, LeBron James. I wore this jersey when he broke the record for Kareem. But yeah, it's just a basic yellow.
It's not
jersey.
number 6.
Shut the fuck up. Yeah, I know. This one is and by the way, I have 8 LeBron jerseys. He's my favorite basketball. 8.
You have 8?
I have his high school jersey. I have a whole bunch of Cavs jerseys, a Heat jersey, and I think 3 Laker jerseys, which I think I'm showing 2 of his jerseys today, which this one is my favorite LeBron jersey, and that's the old school Cleveland Cavalier Mitchell and Ness jersey. And I got this one it was like a 2 for whatever, buy one get one half off with the Hakeem Olajuwon deal.
Yeah, but before you move on,
yeah,
why are NBA jerseys so comfortable to wear?
Oh, I love them. They're awesome.
Why are they? Because like NFL jerseys, they just have the flap.
You get the flap, or like I think it's just because it's a tank top. It's got the holes. It's loose. Football jerseys are more like constricted, you know. But honestly, NHL jerseys are really comfortable to wear.
Are they?
They're almost like pajamas, dude. I swear. But it's just they're the most expensive jersey. They're like $190. But yeah. So now we're gonna get into my football jerseys. Some of them. My favorite running back of all time. My favorite running back. Marshawn Lynch.
Beast mode.
He's the reason why I wore number 24 in high school and semi-pro. So, but yeah.
You're 24?
Yep.
You got it?
Yep. And
go.
But yesterday I had to wear a different jersey because our new jerseys aren't in yet. So I wore number 36 yesterday. But yeah. This jersey, current Minnesota Viking, just changed his number 4. Sir Dalvin Cook. I got this one just this last season from a friend. They didn't like it, and I just bought it from them for like $70. This one is my most new jersey. Megan got it for me the day before the last Vikings game, so I got to wear it. That's Color Rush Kirk Cousins.
Kirko.
I told myself that if Kirk Cousins went undefeated in October, aka Kirktober, I would get myself a Kirk Cousins jersey, but I didn't have to worry about it because Megan got it for me.
Thanks, Megan.
She's got me a few jerseys, and she knows I love the whole jersey. I love jerseys so much. And then this one is probably I have a lot of favorite jerseys. And this is one of my favorite Viking jerseys. And I just think just because how the number goes and who it is, it's just badass. Daniil Hunter. It's just 99 on a jersey always looks badass, whether it's JJ Watt, who I'm looking to get here soon.
Who had a great career.
What a great career. Yeah. And I would not get a Cardinals JJ Watt. I mean, I would, but I'd get Texans before. And now we're into the final 2 jerseys here. And both of these, none of them, they weren't purchased, even though I offered to purchase them. but they were given to me by somebody. I'm not gonna say who, but we got the away number 24. This is my high school jersey.
Yeah. Bring out the blue JWP.
Yeah. And then the blue, my favorite one. I broke 5 school records in this jersey. The blue.
Yeah.
24. And then the white one, I got a 90-some yard touchdown. 91, I think. 91-yard touchdown. But yeah, that is not even half of my jersey collection. Maybe we'll get into the other half
later on.
Maybe
we'll get to that. We'll get to that when I get a new jersey.
Oh, yeah.
Which
I just want to bring
is
side here.
Hopefully is in within the next 3 or 4 paychecks.
Yeah. But so yeah, I'm looking to hope to get a LSU Burrow jersey, the BURREAUX or something like that.
Oh, the Burrow jersey.
Burrow, like Tigers.
Like go Tigers.
Yeah, but yeah, those are my jerseys.
That's the collection. Yeah,
that's not even half of it. Like I said, I have 8 LeBron jerseys, and I showed 2. I still have a Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen, another Dalvin Cook jersey. I have you have that Harden jersey.
You have that signed jersey you got for Christmas. I'm kind of surprised you didn't show that.
Yes. Hold on. Keep them entertained for a second.
Okay. Anyway, while Jagger is leaving, yeah, let's. So we will be posting videos. Yeah.
Thank you. I completely forgot about this. But my grandma got me this. So actually, this is my most recent jersey. She got me this for Christmas, and it's Jordan Hicks, who a linebacker is for the Vikings, and it's autographed. It says "To Jagger, Skull, Jordan Hicks." But yeah, so sorry.
Anyway, yeah. So as I was saying while he was leaving, we will be having episodes come out Mondays at midnight. Yeah. So yeah, and then we'll on our Instagram page, keep tuned because we will be giving you guys updates and posts about that. Yeah, when they're being uploaded, you'll see the day before they get uploaded that we're uploading it, and that they should be out soon. So yeah, just keep in tune on the Instagram page, and then yeah, we may make a Twitter account coming, maybe ? In the works.
I was thinking TikTok too.
Or we could do that.
That'd be show some highlight clips. But anyways, one other thing I want to get into, Rain. If anybody from Rain is watching this, feel free to sponsor. Hit us up at strivehivejt@gmail.com. We can get some set up. Would really appreciate the work, or Mountain Dew, either or. Sounds good to me. So,
we are both avid customers of both products.
Yes.
So yes.
But I just bought a 24 4-pack, and I always get one. So I mean.
Oh yeah, I always try to keep a couple loaded 24 packs of Dew underneath my bed. So, and in recent past, I have kept a couple 12 packs of Rain underneath.
Got one right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Alrighty.
Let's hop into our next topic. What we got here?
Yeah. Let's hop in. Go on our next topics. So yeah. Since for us from being the Midwest, we're talking about some Midwest habits, specifically fishing.
Yeah. Hold up. Can we get into the other news real quick?
Oh yeah. Before we move on to that, Jagger, any other new news you want to talk about for the NFL before we move on to fishing? Because I kind of already spoiled that. So.
Yeah. My bad. But yeah. So just other news wise, NBA playoffs is going on. You know, everybody's fired up about that. Warriors just won the first game of the series. They're down 2-1. Actually, it's 2-1, I believe.
I think they just won today, and they
won today, and it was 2-1.
I thought they tied it up 2-2 now. What I saw on Instagram.
I thought they only won. Hold on, let me check.
Anyway, that series that's gonna be good. That's a
2-2, my bad. But yeah, Draymond's back from stomping on Domantas Sabonis' chest.
That's stupid.
And then I saw Joel Embiid went to go kick somebody in the nuts just the other night too. So I mean, I've never been a big Joel Embiid guy, mainly because they always try to compare him to Karl Anthony Towns, and being a big Minnesota guy, it's just kind of biased. But I mean, he's a good player, great center, but I mean, just a dirty player too. I mean, I'm not too big on that.
Isn't his nickname called the Process or something?
Yeah, something like that. But
like that.
Process of kicking somebody in the junk. But and then moving on to NHL, I mean, I'm sure not too many people watch NHL that are watching this, maybe so. But if you are, yeah, playoffs are going on right now. Like I said, the Wild are playing right now. They're down 2-1 against the Stars at the moment. But I mean, the record, they're up 2-1. So I mean, the score's 2-1. But
what's the best out of? Because I know NBA is best out. Is this best out of 7 or is it best out of 5?
It's best out of 7. Whoever wins the first 4 games. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. I didn't know if it was like that with NBA. So.
But yeah. And then I know the Boston Bruins, they had a really good season. I believe a record-breaking regular season record, which is 65-12-5. And they are up against the Panthers right now. They played today, and the record right now is 3-1 in the playoffs. So, I mean, the Panthers aren't really the best team either. So, our friend Max, who is a Kraken fan.
I was about to say, shout out the Kraken. So we don't
shout out to the Kraken. I honestly mess with the Krakens. I mean, they go hard. Where is Kraken?
Seattle.
Yeah, I don't even know. Yeah, they're in the playoffs. They're playing the Avalanche, and they're down 1-2.
Yeah,
in that series. But
we heard Max yelling at the Kraken when we were playing with Gage.
Yeah, and then one more thing to add on: the Vikings just picked up a cornerback the other day, Joejuan Williams. I went into looking at his stats. He hasn't shown much. The only real good thing about him is that he has a low passer rating when they throw his way. He doesn't have any interceptions since he's been drafted in 2019. And he was injured all of 2022 with a shoulder injury, but hopefully he's a guy with some speed and could get something done for us on defense.
But he's got room to improve. The biggest room is the room for improvement. So
absolutely, hopefully we have some other DBs that can kind of show him how to get done if he doesn't.
That your guys' DB core your guys' DBs have been just young and slow. They have been so inexperienced, especially when you guys.
Patrick Peterson was a good fit, especially when it came to teaching the young guys how to get it done. But now that he's gone and in Pittsburgh, we need to have somebody step up. So, that's all I got for other news of the week. And so I'll turn it over to Thomas, who already kind of brought up our next topic, but might as well bring it up again.
Before we go, any new news? I don't really have much any more of new news other than the draft's coming up. I'm really looking forward to that. See how that is, because there's a few prospects that, like again, I'm in Iowa State as the state of a whole, state of Iowa college follower. There's a few Hawkeye prospects looking there. I think there's a couple of I think there's 1 or 2 Iowa State prospects coming in the later rounds. And I think there might be one UNI guy, but I don't know. We'll check my facts later. But anyway, let's move into topic 3. Again, let me recap this. So our next topic we're going to talk about a little bit Midwest. As growing up in the Midwest, we came into one avid hobby that we like doing especially in the summer. We like to fish.
Love fish. Love to fish.
Oh yeah, we love to fish. It's just, for me, it's a great just to like disconnect. You're outside, you're away from people. Honestly, if you fish by yourself, I like to fish sometimes in this like middle of nowhere state park. It's got this that's like around. It's got like a walking around this lake, and I can catch some bluegill. I have found a couple of trout there. I can't keep it. I couldn't have kept them because I might have been fishing off the books. But yeah. But other than that, let's dive into fishing, because I know that you've been fishing for a while and you like to fish and about stuff. And all that stuff. So, yeah.
Yeah, so growing up in Minnesota, especially in the Mankato area, I was surrounded by a whole bunch of different lakes. Where I lived, I mean, I could drive 5 minutes in each direction and I'd come up with a lake. Whether it's Madison Lake, Lake Elysian, which isn't really the best lake to fish at, by the way. Ray's Lake, there's a whole bunch of them in Minnesota, land of 10,000 lakes. But yeah, so I didn't really have much experience fishing growing up because I didn't really have anybody, no father figure to really fish with, other than some of my mom's family friends. So I kind of taught myself how to do around the ropes and got a fishing pole from Fleet Farm, picked up some random tackle of like just a starter bass tackle bit, and then kind of learned what worked, learned what didn't. But yeah, it's a great pastime. I didn't get to go fishing as much this last summer as I usually do. I was more busy with work and all that stuff, and also Rochester area, there's not too many lakes to fish at. It's more rivers in this area. So
Which you should get some good river fishing.
Yeah, I love river fishing. It's fun. But yeah, I mean, I've caught some good fish in my days, caught a whole bunch of northerns, which Max, shout out to Max for not catching any northerns and has fished way longer than me. And I caught a northern right in front of his face. Pissed him off.
Hey, yeah, he basically lives on a lake, his hometown.
Yeah, he does. Spirit Lake and Berkeley Bait.
Oh my god!
Shout out to Berkeley Bait for
Berkeley fishing.
For having Max something to brag about because he grew up in Spirit Lake.
I swear to God, every time we went to Walmart back in the Berg, we'd have to go over the fishing stuff, and you'd be like, "Berkeley fishing from Spirit Lake, Iowa," and we're like, "Yeah, we get it, Max. Thanks.
We don't care.
I mean, it's good bait. I use a couple things from Berkeley, but I mean."
Yeah. And when it comes to bait, I mean, I'm more of I'll throw a worm on a hook. I'll throw fake worms, night crawler, stuff like that. But I'm more of a crankbait type of guy. I like to have the fake looking fish with a variety of different hooks and just making it look as lifelike as possible. But yeah, no specific brand I really go for. Just whatever I think looks good, and I'll give it it's just trial and error, really.
Yeah. I know our freshman year at the Berg, I know that I've went fishing with Max a lot in April and May, a lot in May term, just because like we had that free weekend. We weren't doing a whole lot for choir. Max was in Wartburg choir and I wasn't there. So we just went, and you couldn't have tour because COVID, and we didn't really get to tour. But we went fishing over in the river. We caught a few. I'm still a little bit of a baby when it comes to taking the fish off of it because the squirming and stuff, but I'm getting to holding that in. So I mean, I think he had like a crawdad looking kind of bait where it would like zigzag in the water when you were reeling it in. That caught a few smallmouths over there. I mean, when it comes to bait with me, I'll either just have like what you kind of said. I'll throw. That's my usually typical go-to is I'll buy a thing of worms, put them on a hook. That usually gets me some.
Let's do some bobber fishing.
Yeah, bobber fishing. You just sit and relax, sit outside, and all that fun stuff. So, then I'll use a couple lures too. I don't really use the fake worms as I do, just because I'm just not big into that. But yeah, I mean that's all I got. I'm looking to this summer really kicking it in to fishing. Yeah. I kind of started fishing with my dad, and then I started fishing with my grandpa because we went fishing for rainbow trout when I was like 10 and 11. I went fishing with him. So I mean, I've got a bunch of my grandpa's old poles in the garage next to the tractors. So so I have like a whole setup down in that garage because we were gonna build it up and it was like a weight room. but now I have one of the tractors sitting in there. And then Dad built me like a thing where it would like zigzag poles just like down the thing. I'm like, hey, it's pretty cool. Shout out to my dad making that pretty looking good. But yeah. I mean, I don't have a specific rod I use. I got a couple for my birthday. Open reel rods are probably my go-to. With that, just because it looks cooler, and even if you have like a tangle in there, you can easily access it right there. But
right.
yeah,
I want to give bait casters a shot. You know, the one where it's like you click the button and you hold down. But I heard they're really picky, and I'm almost like too nervous to give it a shot. I'd rather try somebody else's before I get my own. But I heard they're really smooth too, especially if you know what you're doing. But I have a really bad habit of like when I feel a tug, I set the hook really hard. Like I'm just
I feel a tug. That's kind of what my dad taught me. It's like you feel a tug, you yank it and reel it. The hook's supposed to like
and then the hook, well, you're setting the hook, but then sometimes I set it too hard where it like either just tears straight through the fish's mouth or something, and it just flies up in the air and the hook comes flying back at me. But
yeah, it's either one of those where
I'm not the most experienced, so
yeah, no. I mean, if we really want to have advice, we talk to Max about that because, like I said, he's a year-round fisher.
Okay, Max, I'm sure you're watching this. I
hope you are.
I don't think Max is as experienced of a fisherman as he says he is. I'm gonna be honest.
You don't get mad at us, Max. This is just
this ain't even talking shit behind his back because we're relying on him watching it right now. So.
Yeah, we are. I mean, yeah, he's my number one like go to, like not with like finding spots because that's kind of self-explanatory, finding your own spots. But like when I'm trying to see like what bait I want to use or like what kind of fish should I look for, all that stuff, and like specifics, I'll ask him because him and his dad and his uncle go fishing all the time in the summer, and he goes ice fishing all the time in the winter.
Yeah.
But yeah, I never really went ice fishing. I'm just like, I don't want to stand out in the cold. I mean,
I'm not too big on it.
I'm not either. Him and Gage went ice fishing, I think this past two winters ago.
Winter, but it was the one before, But yeah.
Yeah.
No, I find myself enjoying more just fishing out in the summertime.
Well,
you know,
you get that good tan going too.
Oh yeah. But,
yeah. Remember back when we went to Gage's summer thing and we went fishing? Did you fish with us?
Yeah.
Yeah. Max. Shit. Max, I'm sorry, we're shouting you out again. I caught so many. I was not expecting.
Left and right, bro. And I just gave up my pole. I gave it to I think Haley J or something like that. But it's like maybe. I'm fed up with it.
Yeah. No, Max. Oh my God, Max. Okay, shout out Max. Max, you have such a split personality sometimes, and it's to a point where it's funny, and then it gets to past the point where it's like, okay, you're annoying as shit. But no, what was funny is that he kept saying like, I might catch all the fish. I don't know, all that. And then boom, I catch four catfish. And I'm like,
I think he caught one that day.
He caught like one or two. And like, I just was blowing everyone out of the water with that.
Yeah.
But I'm surprised I wasn't. Well, I know why, but yeah. I brought my own pole and stuff. And as I got told to bring my own stuff. But yeah. If we're in the same spot as this year's summer get together with everyone, maybe we'll go. I'll bring a couple of my poles because I know I'll have the truck this time, and Emma and I will be I'll throw an air mattress in there, a couple of blankets. So, but yeah, I did not sleep. I did not sleep that night.
It was rough. It was a rough sleep. But
you were sitting in a chair.
Yeah, I was sleeping in a chair, and it was the most uncomfortable chair in my entire life. But
Gage slept on his dog's beanbag
with his dog.
His dog.
His Great Dane.
His Great Dane. We're talking 120-pound big ass Great Dane, and he's sitting there cuddling him like a teddy bear,
like a little Chihuahua. Yeah, But
we love you, Gage, but we
yeah,
question
love you.
some of your things you do.
Right. But anyways, that's really all we got for today. Thank you so much for watching.
Yeah.
Feel free if you have any ideas for us to talk about, reach us at strivehive jt@gmail.com or hit us up on Instagram at strivehive podcast. Link to our YouTube's in that bio. Tommy, where can they find you?
They can find me on Instagram at Tombo Legend 67, I think. I can't remember my thing.
Underscore 67.
Underscore, yeah. And then you can find me out on Twitter. Just search my name in there. You should be able to find me on Twitter. Yeah, and then that's about it. Jagger, Instagram, Twitter, same thing.
Yeah, on Instagram you can reach me at IggyJ24. That's IGGYJ24. And then also you can follow my fitness account at PT Jagger. That's the letters P, the letter T, Jagger. And then if you want to follow me on Twitter, that's IggyJ2429.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's really all we got for today.
There's another one you can follow him on.
Yeah, jistriveapparel.com or .com. I don't have a website.
That'd be awesome if you had a website.
Strive Apparel. But yeah, that's what we got for today. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to hit the like button, comment, subscribe, do what you need to do. Thanks for tuning in for the second episode of all time. Be there next week for the third episode, and we gonna keep things kicking. All right.
Yeah. And then before we end it, I know I think we've talked about it in the past episode. I will be making an appearance up over in the Rochester area, May 6th and 7th. You could see you could see an in-person video with that. Maybe a special guest.
Maybe a special guest. We'll see.
Maybe a special guest. We'll see. That's a lot of talking we have to do. But anyway, that should be it for all of us. Yeah, this is awesome.
Once again, thank you guys so much. We appreciate the love and support. But yeah, we'll see you guys next week. All right.
Alrighty.
Later.
Bye.